Nighttime baseball now from the district as you get a look inside beautiful Nationals Park in Washington. It's opening night 2014, and we've got a good matchup here between the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys, no question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The date that's been circled for weeks is finally here. It's opening night. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, welcome your 2014 Arizona Diamondbacks.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. We'll hear more from the guys as the night moves along, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers as the skipper Don Mattingly will line his guys up this way. Randy Johnson will get the ball to pitch against these guys, and he'll be given the task of really focusing on keeping these guys off the base paths. That means to be successful, he's got to focus on keeping the ball in the strike zone and avoiding the unnecessary walks. David Wright will move towards the batter's boxes. We're just about set to get underway tonight. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes. But we might be ice skating before we're through tonight. 39 degrees at first pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Now a swing and a chance for Goldschmidt over at first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. So the leadoff man retired here to kick off the brand new season. And with that, let's bring in a look at the defensive alignment for the Diamondbacks. It's brought to us by the folks at Majestic. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. it's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Here comes a 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Gonzalez as he comes up empty, and there are 2 away. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career punch-out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Well, many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Andrew McCutchen is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
And, oh, you talk about getting a pitcher's call. There's one there, and it's 0-2.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Way outside. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. Dodgers nothing. Diamondbacks coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. A look there at the starting lineup for the host Diamondbacks. Michael Lambert will get the call to face them, and the key for him will almost certainly be getting ahead in the count early. We've seen in the past when he's forced to work from behind, he can run into some problems. And behind him defensively, the Dodgers will line up like this. Right back to work as the shortstop, Jose Reyes, digs in to lead off the bottom of inning number 1.
The shortstop, Jose Reyes.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Now Reyes awaits the 1-1. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Braun is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
A.J. Pollock will be the batter. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Fouled back. Two, 1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, first career appearance, first career strikeout. He's definitely got that swing and miss stuff. He's posted some pretty good strikeout totals in the minor leagues, and he's got his first major league strikeout right here.
Paul Goldschmidt will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Too high with the fastball here. It's 1-0. Two and 0 now. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
Now the 3-1. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Heisey will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. We've played an inning. No score. Ryan Braun leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Right fielder, Ryan Braun.
Now a swing on the first pitch, and this is bounced toward Hill at second. Throw on to first is low that time, but Goldschmidt's able to hang with it, and he digs it out. A nice play. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Now the first pitch. Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
He's going right through him here in the second. That's 2 pitches and 2 outs. And, you know, quick innings like this early on, that could really pay off later in the game.
Brian Dozier will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with 2 gone now in the top of the second. And he takes ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Fastball again, but this one's by him for strike 1.
Yeah, you've got a cold night. The ball won't be carrying as well, so you can afford to take a few more chances in the strike zone and challenge some guys. In that case, up in the strike zone.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Now the 1-2. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Thomas will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Third baseman, number 24.
Low for ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Now this one sets up a big pitch because you don't want to lose that leadoff guy in a scoreless ball game. Come on, do that.
The 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or 2.
David Peralta will get his first shot here with the runner on following the leadoff walk. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1.
And after a walk, I think there's a little anger behind that fastball.
Runner goes for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
And this might advance the runner as it's on the ground to second. Dan Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number 1.
Well, if you're going to make an out, you have to make a productive out. And that moves a man up to third now with just one away.
So a definite RBI spot here. Runner at third, one away. And coming up, the dangerous right fielder, Matt Kemp. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. 2013, a second straight injury-filled season for Kemp. Wound up playing in just 73 ball games following 106 the year before. But if you go back to 2011, he was 1 homer away from finishing with a 40-40 campaign.
And that's only happened 4 times in history. So that tells you how good he was that year.
Now Kemp awaits the 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Yeah, looked like he guessed right on 2-1. That was a good time to swing for the fences.
No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with 1 gone. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there, and that's going to keep that runner anchored over there at third base. So they may wind up not getting that first run across after all.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and set to go the second baseman, Aaron Hill. And that's dead center for strike 1. Another fastball, another called strike. 0-2 now.
No taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. We'll move to the third with no score. Carlos Ruiz will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
And the third inning begins with a changeup that misses. It's a ball and no strikes. Off the plate again. 2-0 now.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
Oh, and that's a nice comeback from down in the count 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Chris Heisey steps in now. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
And he misses with it, 1-1. One pitch, a curveball that's right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, you always hear us talking a lot about getting those hands through the zone quickly. And this is a prime example of that right here. You see it there on show track. This pitch is in off the plate. But he gets out in front of this thing and just whistles it down the line. Now, if he's tardy on that swing, this is a broken bat grounder. Instead, he's got himself a double.
Let's go!
Infield expecting bunt. Here's the first pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And there's ball 1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. One, 2. And look out. Oh, that ran in and got him. And intentional or not, you do not want to be hitting pitchers out there.
Well, that's going to bring some folks up to the top steps of the dugout. Anytime you hit the opposing pitcher, whether it's unintentional or not, you're setting yourself up for some possible fireworks down the road.
Back to the top of the order now. And stepping in, the all-star third baseman, David Wright. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Very important here with 2 guys on following the hit by pitch. He had to come out and establish the count in his favor, and he did just that.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. In the dirt here, but Suzuki's able to keep it in front of him. Short lead from second, now the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you still got 1 more guy to get through here in the inning, but now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss as Adrian finds himself in an 0-2 hole now.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
He can't get him to bite this time. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Come on, quick goodbye.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Now he tries to hold back on the swing, and the home plate umpire says he did so successfully. It's ball 4.
That's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1-2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Andrew McCutchen will get a chance here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame thus far. Bases loaded now with 2 away. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
The 1-0 home. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
And this one gets away. That could be a run. And now they've got a man caught out there. And he is very lucky to make it back to second as he's back to the bag safely. Here it comes, 2-1. Called strike 2 as he locks him up there.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full, 3-2.
Now you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again, 3-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball on the first, and the Dodgers come up with nothing as that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We've played 2.5, no score on the show. Kurt Suzuki makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Kurt Suzuki.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats, foul. And this is swung on and missed, though the ball did hit the ground, so he'll need to go to first. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the putout.
Randy Johnson will stride to the box as he gets ready for his first AB of the year. And that misses, ball 1. Another fastball. This one he gets by him. It's 1-1.
100 miles an hour is hard. A high 100, impossible to get on top of.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, these are just extra pitches adding to your pitch count. I don't see why you wouldn't just go right after him.
Here he comes on 2-2. Breaking ball. Called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the third.
Jose Reyes will stand in here hoping to pick up his club's first hit in the contest. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
Now a fastball, and he might have gotten under it just a bit as this is out toward deep right field. And Braun will make the catch, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Ryan Braun will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Ryan Braun.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Good power curveball there, and he's in control. 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And my gracious, look at that comparison. Both guys into triple digits. That is some serious, serious gas. Ian Kinsler will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First offering on the way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
One 0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
One out, nobody on. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Well, right now he is just carving them up, dare I say, like a Thanksgiving turkey. That's 7 strikeouts already, and he's made it look easy so far.
Brian Dozier will stand in here hoping to at least put a ball in play here this inning. And this one runs up high, ball one. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Here comes the 2-0. Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. Pollock has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Dodgers down in order. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. A.J. Pollock will start things off for the Diamondbacks, with Paul Goldschmidt set to follow next.
Center fielder.
Here's the first offering. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Now here's a swing and a ground ball for Kinsler at second base. And Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number one.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Boy, his control has been outstanding so far. And there's another pitch right on the black.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
Yeah, this is a fastball this time that nearly gets away from him. That's a nice job behind the plate. He gets a handle on it, and then he gets the put out down at first base.
Thomas will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Carlos Ruiz will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Carlos Ruiz.
First pitch is a sinker for a called strike 1. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
Come on, I want the game.
On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
And that right there, that's why these guys only have 1 hit. He's had them chasing at shadows this entire ball game.
And this is going to be a foul ball. And a sinker sinks too much there as it bounces into the catcher's glove. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And this is hit on the ground down the line to third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Swing and a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now a ball lined to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Chris Heisey will stand in here. He doubled his first time around.
Woo!
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Just off the plate and high, ball 1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now the rookie deals on 1-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Michael Lambert will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play.
Josh, your water?
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Here's the 1-2. And this is fouled straight back. Hit hard to the right. Foul.
Get him down.
He'll try again, 1-2. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Here's the full count offering. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Fouled straight back. Oh, and now look at this. The pitcher gives one a ride to deep left. And this is into the bleachers in left, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Well, this is a wake-up call for what it's like to pitch up here in the show. I mean, big league hitters, they spoil the good pitches and they crush the bad ones. He got every bit of this one.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And stepping in, the all-star third baseman, David Wright. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a 2-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. And he's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Ball one.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
A ball hit hard to the left side. And Gonzalez is going to have himself a base hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Andrew McCutchen will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's now 2-0 L.A. David Peralta will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch, something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And that's just off the corner and low, ball two.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
The 2-0. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Here's a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Full count pitch on its way. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit well out toward deep left field. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And coming up, the dangerous right fielder, Matt Kemp. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And you know, he's been the beneficiary of most of the calls here tonight, but I think that's one that he thought he should have had.
Get a hit.
No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Here comes the 2-1. There's the cold strike he was looking for. 2-2 now.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. And this ball swung on and hit on the ground back up the box. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and set to go the second baseman, Aaron Hill. And he lays off there, 1-0. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Ice cold soda.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Kurt Suzuki would be next. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. Oh, and he comes up with it. On to first, and it's dropped. Luckily for him, though, there'll be no advance.
And it goes without saying, but how well this team plays defensively is going to say a lot about how they fare this year. They made it a big priority in spring training, so you hate to see them start making errors here on opening day.
Kurt Suzuki will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And this will be fouled away. Two out with the man at first. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Runners going. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. 5 innings complete. Dodgers lead this one 2-0. Ryan Braun will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Right fielder, Ryan Braun.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And now the second pitch of the inning will be his 100th of the ball game. And he takes a cold strike 1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Good hard sinker, but he lays off to even things at 2-2.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Three and 2 now.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
Full count pitch on its way. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Ian Kinsler will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
You're nothing.
First pitch coming. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
The 1-2 with one away. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Here you can see the catcher setting up deep inside, and sometimes you can fool the umpire a little bit. That pitch is actually not in the strike zone, but it's right dead center on the catcher's glove, and the man in blue rings him up.
Brian Dozier will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike one. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
And now his swing and a ball hit in the air out to left field. Peralta is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They're up 2-0. Kurt Suzuki will walk toward the plate as he'll lead things off here in the Arizona 6th inning. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now, as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Here's Dozier out at short. And a rather easy first out.
And when your pitcher hasn't given up a hit, believe me, you're going to feel the pressure out there just about as much as he does. These guys know what's at stake. So that's a good job right there to look that ball in and then make a good, strong throw for the out.
Carl Crawford will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 3, Carl Crawford.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
So 2 away for the D-backs here in the 6th. And stepping in is the shortstop, Jose Reyes. And here's the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. And this ball will be chopped foul. 2 out, nobody on. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
And that's taken outside for a ball, so he's worked it back to 2-2 now. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high, 3-2.
Still looking for that final pitch to get him out of this inning. But he's seen the count move now from 0-2 all the way to 3-2.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Out in front as he pulls this one down the line at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Back here at Nationals Park, the men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. David Hernandez is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
David Hernandez.
Carlos Ruiz will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Catcher, Carlos Ruiz.
First pitch of the inning here is wrapped right back from where it came, and that'll get into center field for a leadoff single.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Chris Heisey will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. And they'll come inside with this one, but the result's the same. It's to 2-1 now. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here now the 2-2. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Catch made out there by Kemp, and there's one gone.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Michael Lambert will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball one. And with the no-hitter still within the realm of possibility, what kind of effort will we see here?
I'm saying not very much.
And clearly trying to keep the ball low here. That's ball two.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
Hitters count 2-0. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Whew, that's a gift.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
The 2-2 coming. Got him.
He's bounced back nicely here after the leadoff single. Kept the guy anchored at first. But he's done what he's needed to do.
David Wright will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Now here's the first pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. And he sends a fastball out to left field and fairly well hit. And this will find the seats in left for a home run. A 2-run homer for David Wright as the Dodgers have increased their lead now 4-0.
If these guys want to repeat as division champs, they're going to need a big year out of this fella right here. He gets himself off to a good start with his first home run of the year.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And this should be a pretty good test of his resiliency out there. He's going to need to snap back in a hurry because he's got a lot more danger ahead.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The next pitch. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. One and 2 now. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. A.J. Pollock will start things off for the Diamondbacks, with Paul Goldschmidt set to follow next.
A.J. Pollock.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Therefore, it is Dozier, and that's the first out.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
One gone now in the Arizona 7th. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the first offering. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Hey, not to pour cold water on a possible no-hit bid, but have a look at that pitch count. It's starting to creep up there a little bit.
Bases are empty, one man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, 2-2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Swinging a little tapper out in front of the mound. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on the defense to make a play in a game like this. Everything's magnified at this point, so that's a really good job to stay with this ball and make the play.
Thomas will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. And Wright will make the catch to retire the side. 7 no-hit innings now as he closes in on his masterpiece. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Dodgers lead it 4-0. Daniel Hudson is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night.
Daniel Hudson.
Andrew McCutchen will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
Dodgers, center fielder Andrew McCutchen.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The right fielder, number 8, Ryan Braun.
Ryan Braun will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And Braun a little too early here as this one will hook foul into the seats down the left side. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. Peralta is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. A look here at our starter comparison, and again, I don't want to be called the jinx, but the number to watch is in that hit column on the left side of your screen, a big 0. Two away for the Dodgers here in the 8th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. And this is on the ground for Aaron Hill at second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order, but they hold a 4-0 lead. David Peralta will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Left fielder, David Peralta.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
That's a major league curveball there. Now, let's take a while to get used to, believe me.
Check swing, but he held up in time, ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Now a swing and a ground ball out to Dozier at short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
And just another outstanding pitch right there. And it's not easy to do with so much on the line here in the 8th inning. But he's now down to his final 5 outs.
Matt Kemp will stand in 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now here's the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
The one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. Maybe the pressure of the no-hitter getting to him a bit.
Yeah, 2-0 now. He's got to be careful it doesn't all go up in smoke right here.
The 2-0 on the way. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full, 3-2.
If I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
Now a swing and a fly ball here headed out toward McCutchen in center. 2 gone.
4 outs to go, and if he's feeling the pressure out there, he sure isn't showing it. He looks like he's just out there throwing a bullpen session or something.
Aaron Hill will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And Hill able to lay off again. It's 2-0 now. And now this is foul tip straight back, as that sounded like it caught the catcher Ruiz pretty good that time. And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
2 out, nobody on. And this pitch is swung on and hit routinely on the ground to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail here 4-0. Brian Dozier will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the ninth.
Shortstop, Brian Dozier.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1, 2, 3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get to match up with the bottom portion of the lineup.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And he's fallen behind now, 3-1. Carlos Ruiz waits on deck. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
The catcher, number 51.
Carlos Ruiz will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch coming.
Good now.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. But he's going to get there as he runs it down on the warning track for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Chris Heisey.
Chris Heisey will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Still sticking with the fastball, but this time he lays off. It's 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. He'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Kurt Suzuki will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Kurt Suzuki.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Put yourself in the shoes of that man right there. What's going through his mind right now?
Well, I would guess he's trying to approach his 9th inning the same way he has earlier, but come on, we know his heart's racing. You just got to focus on the glove and trust what your catch is calling, because he's done a heck of a job also.
And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Brandon Drury will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Now, he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single.
Boy, and your pitcher's already over 100 pitches, and now you're making things even tougher on him thanks to an error that really should have been avoided.
Jose Reyes will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, that's the obvious danger of trying to get a guy to fish at a curveball in the dirt. You'll see this one skip away, and now that'll take the double play situation right off the board. Could be a costly mistake.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Hey, nothing fancy, just boost a runner.
And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. Braun is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
1 out to go. Can you believe this? Man, I wonder what's going through his head right now.
A.J. Pollock will dig in now as perhaps the final man to stand in the way of possible history here tonight. Here's the first pitch. And a fly ball. And this should do it. Braun is there. Makes the catch. And there it is. A no-hitter.
Well, he's down there getting swarmed by his teammates right now, and he deserves it. Truly one of the best pitching performances that I've ever witnessed, and he puts his name into the record books with that no-hitter.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, but probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show. And he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Dodgers win it 4-0. Good night from D.C.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 4 runs on 6 hits. 2 errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the Diamondbacks, no runs on no hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening. And please drive home safely.